making a third video in a row here. It's just there's a lot on my mind, and there's a lot I'm thinking about, and there's a lot I want to cover in some of my videos. So there's a lot of topics I want to discuss out here in the open. So I'm just gonna make this video. So again, the other night watching the ESPYs, and I see a commercial. And I just got done watching it a few minutes ago, actually, the recording of it, and I wanted to see a commercial. I saw an advertisement on this new BET documentary on the shooting of Trayvon Martin on February 26, 2012 in Sanford, Florida by George Zimmerman. And let me say this. First of all, got my heart and my soul and my prayers and thoughts go out to the Martin family, Trayvon Martin's parents and loved ones. I am truly sorry for their loss. It is heartbreaking that they have to bury their own child, and their child is gone now, and they have to go through the pain and go through the divine. They have to find it in their hearts and the strength of God to forgive the people who shot the man who shot and killed their son. But the part that is that I'm not okay with is you have a documentary glamorizing and advocating for the victim. You have a documentary glamorizing and portraying the criminal as a victim. The criminal was not the victim. George Zimmerman was the victim, not Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin was the criminal. He was not the victim. We need to stop glamorizing criminals as the victim and realize that the victims are the victims. Instead, it's the other way around. The victim is the criminal, and the criminal is the victim. Regardless of your race. And so Trayvon Martin was shot by George Zimmerman. And you hear in the news hours, days, weeks, months, weeks later, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, justice for Trayvon Martin, justice for Trayvon Martin. Yeah, an unarmed black kid shot by a white man. Another statistic. It's like, shut up with all that. That's complete bullshit and nonsense. He was not the victim. We need to stop advocating and glamorizing sympathy for the victim. He was the criminal. George Zimmerman was the victim. Trayvon Martin was illegally trespassing, committing acts he shouldn't have been committing that were unlawful. When confronted by George Zimmerman, who was neighborhood watch of the city of Sanford, Florida, who in that state of Florida, you can legally carry a weapon as a neighborhood watch captain, doing his job, enforcing the rule, was threatened by Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin threatened his life, almost killed the man, and what is George Zimmerman supposed to do? Let the man do that to him? He needs to take action and defend his life. Trayvon Martin would have killed that man. So George Zimmerman shoots Trayvon Martin, and everyone makes George Zimmerman the victim, and Trayvon Martin, they make George Zimmerman the victim, and Trayvon Martin as they glamorize and they have empathy and sympathy for Trayvon Martin. They make him the criminal. Or they make George Zimmerman the criminal and Trayvon Martin the victim. Trayvon Martin was the criminal. George Zimmerman was the victim. Don't make Trayvon Martin the victim. Trayvon Martin was the criminal. George Zimmerman was the victim. And he almost had his life ended. And it doesn't matter what your belief is, what sex, it doesn't matter whether you're white, black, it doesn't matter your skin color. The man was the man was doing what he had to do in protecting his life and enforcing the rules and the laws on him. And it doesn't matter what race or sex or religion you are, every human being on this planet, in this world, in this country, are held to the same higher standards and same standards as everyone else in this world. Period. It's that simple. We are all accountable. Every human being in this world, in this country, in this planet, has to be held accountable for their actions, whether they're good actions or bad actions. There's good consequences and bad consequences. No human being is above the law, not even the president. Every human being has standards, and every human being needs to know what is right and wrong, the difference between right and wrong, and who to obey by, who to abide by. And we're making, in some cases, police officers the criminals, when in some cases they're the victims? Really? So someone shoots and kills a police officer, and another police officer shoots and kills them. The officer is the criminal, and the person they kill is the victim? The person who commits the law, who was killed, the person who had their life taken, is the victim, not the person who committed the crime. We need to stop making excuses for everyone and hold everyone to the same standard as everyone else. Everyone has a standard they need to be set to. And make our children accountable. Parents now, and the society and the culture we live in and the world we live in, we don't hold kids accountable or to the same standard as everyone else. Every parent, not my kid, not my kid, not my kid. My kid would never do this. My kid would. You need to hold your child accountable. Accountability will make our society and our world and our country better. Period. We need to do that and stop doing everything else and stop making excuses and just hold everyone accountable and hold everyone to the same standard of life, of living. Sorry, everyone. I was just a little fired up. But, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and give me your opinion. Tell me what you think. And if you don't agree, that's perfectly okay. I understand. But have a good day.